finer edition. Um, and also I just what I did instead of go in detail is just find um a timestamp in the videos where you explained it, and then I left those timestamps as well in which video, so they can go and see the original explanation for mapper and everything.
Okay. Okay, I will do in weekend session. So anything is needed, or do you think any one more session tomorrow, or you covered everything?
I think I tried to cover everything. I think
And
better is just to wait on once the installation is all good, then I think using the original videos is going to be better than me explaining anymore.
Mhm. Okay. So okay, just give tomorrow hive introduction part. I think they got covered hive. Okay, hive introduction and internal external table. So take it one more session for this hive introduction. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So our session, right? I have uploaded video yesterday one, so you guys can see. Okay. So today I'm telling about the UDF. Okay. So UDF is so far we covered the uh, uh, okay, we still all the surveys are not covered. Okay, yeah. So yesterday I covered OpenCSV and JSON, right? JSON and OpenCSV, right? The two surveys we covered. Okay, so we seen that surveys is a elation, deceleration. It is a file format, right? Different types of file format data we can write into the hive table. Okay. So we'll see that other file formats on the serde is basically the regex serde. So regex serde is a regular expression. So regular expression writes some suppose some log files data. So log files data and one more is in the regex we use the fixed width file serde. Okay, fixed width file. Regex is the fixed width file. The fixed width file is, please mute it. So fixed width file is like there is no delimited character. Fixed width file is there is no delimited character. Okay. So fixed width length is there. Based on that, the data will be extracted and write into the hive table columns. Okay. So suppose I say first 5 character, then I say 20 character, and then I say again 5 character. So suppose I have a some uh, so first 5 means so first 5 character it will take it. So anything is coming beyond that, it will not be accepted. Okay. So that is the fixed width. Okay. So sometimes our data, okay, suppose I say this is, then I have 20 character, then I have 5 character. So here you can see, so delimited character is a like based on the size of the width of the column, right? So it will take it, and then it will be taking the that data into the column. Okay. Okay, and other side we will see parquet, avro, ORC. So I have already explained about these three, right? Parquet and ORC is a columnar file format, and avro is a row oriented file format. And avro is supporting the schema evaluation fully. Parquet and ORC is supporting schema evaluation partially. And ORC is highly compressed than the Parquet. Okay. But Parquet and ORC both are compressed than more compressed than the Avro. Okay. But all three are the compressed file format. And one more thing with these three file format, you cannot load the data, cannot load data directly in these file format, in these file format data. Means from files. From files. From files we cannot load directly. Okay, so the thing is, if I say I have created some table, okay, I have a table and I can load the data from the file as well as table. You already know, right? We have seen in the partitions we've seen, right? From the file or table, I can load the data. Okay. But in case of parquet, avro, ORC, these are the compressed format. So they can be loaded from table directly, but not from the file. So generally what we do, we create some source table. We create a source table with data, okay? And then we do, and we create separately the table for parquet, avro, ORC. So when I say create my table, create my parquet table, and I have a field are there and say stored as parquet. Okay, stored as so when I say stored as parquet, so what it means, my data will be stored in this table as a parquet format. So when when data will be inserted into this table, so it will be automatically become a parquet type, parquet format. Okay, so when I do insert into command, insert into my target table, my parquet table, and then I say select star from source table. Okay, source table. So I will see my data will be in this table, parquet format type. Same thing I will do for ORC, because we cannot load the data directly from the files, but we can load data from the table to table. Okay, here we can do. So instead of here parquet, I'm creating my ORC table, my ORC, and here that is stored as ORC. Okay, so when I load the data, I will be loading data in my ORC file format from the source. Same thing like avro, if I'm going to create, so I will create my avro table stored as avro. Okay, and here I will do writing data in avro table. Okay, so these three file format, you cannot load data from file, you can load data only from table. Okay, and that table means that is a source table, and source table to write the data. Okay, so this is this data, the data when you will see this location, right, the table location where the data is stored, so you will see the data is a parquet type, this data is a ORC type, and this data is a avro format data. Okay, so this is the way we will do. Okay, and the regex serde is, this is the class type is there, serde type class is like you write a create table my regex serde, my regex, and then you have regex serde, uh, regex serde class is there. Okay, so we will use the format, uh, file format, regex serde class. Okay, so like this I will create a and location, if I have a location I can give. So like this way I will create a table and I will do the load data local path. Okay, so I can load the data from file, table, whatever you do. So load data local in path, and then you can give the file location, that is generally the log files. Okay, because regex generally using log files data where you define your regex serde. Okay, so file path and into table my regex. Okay, anyone has a question? So so this I will show to you the examples, so it will be more clear. Okay, Okay. So parquet serde, first I'm going to create a table. Okay. In my okay. So Hadoop. So first I have to start my Hadoop services. I testing. So if your services already keep running, right, so it will be showing you the first stop it and then start. Okay, so my DB, show tables. So I'm connected with my database. Okay. So how to check the current database? By using this current database function. Okay, so I can check. So now I'm going to create a parquet. Okay, this is parquet I'm going to create from the another file. So here what it will do, it will create a new table that is a parquet format type and taking the data from the employee. Okay, the one column data. Okay, so when, okay, here in this case it is not there, so any other table we can take it. Okay, so select name from tab 7. So whenever you know the data, right, you have a table and you want to create a schema, everything. So you don't need to create a table first and load the data. Here is the creating a table and loading data in a one step you are doing, right? It's in one single step. You are creating a table and what are the fields you are taking in the select, it will create. So now if I see the schema of this new table, DESC, or you can see the show create table command to check the table schema, right? So one is the DSC just will show you the column names, just show you the column name. So one column table and the column name is name and the type is a string. But if you do the show create table, so you want to see show create table command by using the show create table and give the table name. So here it will be showing you the create table syntax. Can you see this table format type is a parquet, right? Because I have given command stored as parquet. I don't need to give like this complete one, complete serde, parquet, hive serde. Just I'm giving is stored as parquet, and it is automatically creating the row format serde type is parquet. And this is an internal table. So that is the reason the location of the table in my warehouse directory. Okay, let's see the file type, how the file is created. So I'm going to check Hadoop fs minus ls, and I check user hive warehouse, my table location. So if I check, one automatically file is created because I have not put this file. This file is automatically created when I inserted data. Now, if I want to see the content of this file, Hadoop fs minus cat. So you will see this is the compressed file. I'm trying to open compressed file. Okay. So you will see how data looks like if you are opening any compressed file. So you can very like you can read data, but column something, but not fully you cannot read. You cannot understand completely. Just something you are getting just only name, right? Okay. And what is the data in this table? You see, select star from, that is the table. So the data in this single column table, this ABCDEF. Anywhere you are able to understand where is the ABC, where is the DEF. So it is compressed format data. Okay. So this is a parquet. Okay. Same like when you try to open ORC, it will look like a same like a ORC also compressed. Okay. Okay. So in this file format, parquet, avro, ORC, so schema is attached in the, so one schema is attached, right? The column name, type, internally it is attaching in the same data file. So whatever data is there on top of the data header, there is a schema. So same you will have in the parquet, ORC, and avro. So these are all having their schema attached in the same data file. Whenever the file is created, the schema is attached in the data. Okay, so you've seen that I created a one parquet from the another source table I created. Okay, so other way is like you can do create table syntax. You can do first like this, stored as parquet, then you can do insert into, then you can load the data. Here I have directly done, right, stored as parquet as select name from any table. Okay. Okay, is it clear? So this way you can do, or this one you can do, right? So this is like you already know, right? Okay, you have to load the data from this table and you want to create a part. But here you don't know any source table. So first you are going to create a table, and later, right, you are uh, creating you have some other source table, and then you are loading data. Okay. So if you have some file which has these 3-column data, so you will be creating first some source table. Okay, like simple source table is a row format serde and field terminated by comma, and then you can load from that table to table. Okay, I'm not going to do that. You already know that just you have to do insert into table command, select star from the test source, and this test source is the same 3-field data. Okay, so same 3-field data, but instead of stored as parquet, you are using stored as a text file, right? Okay, that is a default file format. Okay. Okay, let's do for avro the same thing that way. So I'm creating a one table, avro table, test serde avro, and that is stored as avro. Okay, so I'm creating the avro. Okay, and I want to insert the same thing like you can do here, like insert into and select star from table. Okay, so if I do insert into test underscore serde underscore avro. So here actually I'm defining these 3 columns. So I should have the source table also these fields. Okay. because I cannot take it data from any source table, right? Because that scenario is different where while creating a table, you are doing the select command. Okay. So that scenario is different there at the runtime, right? Okay. While creating table, you are defining, okay, this is my source data column and I want to write. But in this particular scenario, you should have the data in some source table. Okay. So if I create some source file, so txt name, gender, and age, name, gender. So don't insert the another one more line, otherwise it will be taking a blank. Okay. So make sure that you have source. Okay. Now I will create another table, source table. Create table my source. Okay. So name, string, gender, string, and age in row format. Select fields. Fields terminated by create table row format delimited. Row format serde we write or row format? Okay, so load data, local bar. So I created file name is my source dot txt into table my source. Okay, now first I verify my source table. Source. Okay, I'm getting. Now I will do insert into, so I will load data in my avro. This is a test serde avro. Select, start from my source. Okay, so I check my table. Let's start from test serde avro. So it's the same data, right? But underlying data is a avro format. How to check? So I can check to create table test serde avro. Now I do Hadoop fs minus ls, and this is my the internal table location, and this is the avro serde type. Can you see here avro serde? So there is a file same like 0000. This file is created. If you see, Hadoop fs minus cat. So here also in avro the schema is attached. Okay. So here you can see the name column is there, gender column is there, age column is there, and this is some data is there. Okay, but if I check, select star from test serde underscore avro, so you will see this data you are having test. This is a test one F23. Okay, and this is the data test M21. Okay, so this is internally it's storing, right? This is a avro file format, and schema is attached in the same file. Okay, so this is the avro file. Okay, so the format of the type is avro. Okay, but when you are reading in the table, you will get the tabular data. Okay, okay, so this is the data is avro. So when you are going to do practical for the ORC, so same like ORC, you will make it stored as ORC. So you will do stored as ORC, and then you will do same source table you can use. So three examples you can do: one for parquet, one for avro, one for ORC. You are loading from the same source table because the column names and type all are same. So you can load it. Okay. Okay. So this is clear, right, everyone?
Yep.
Okay. So this is we have seen that how we are going to work with the like ORC avro parquet. Okay. So now I'm going to show you if I'm going to work with the the regex serde. Okay. So how to work with the regex and
Arvind, I have one question from yesterday, which is, could you explain again? Because I didn't understand for you mentioned, I think, um, in these file formats, we are is organized from a row perspective, and that because of that, writing is a lot faster. Um, I didn't understand how that why it would be faster if it's in a row
okay.
format.
So which one is faster, right? Parquet or ORC is faster or avro is faster? Writing. Where is the writing faster?
Um,
See, I told
uh,
about there
yeah.
are two types of format. One is the row oriented, okay, and the and other SQL database format is a row oriented SQL database format. Okay.
Yeah.
So we are talking about Hive. So here we are not talking about the SQL databases, right? So we are saying, but SQL database is also the same row oriented, right? Data will be writing in a row by row. Okay. So
Yes.
these kind of file format where the data is a row oriented, the writing is faster because when you are writing the data in a columnar way, okay. First I explain this
Mm-hmm.
one. Writing is faster here due to data due to writing data in row manner. Okay. When you say columnar oriented data format, that is your parquet and ORC. Okay. Parquet and
Mm-hmm.
ORC are good for like well suited for reading data faster, not writing
Okay.
data.
Reading. Yes.
Reading
Reading. Okay.
data faster. The reason is the data is writing. Why it is writing is slower in this? Because the entire row data, right? Suppose I say I have a ID, name, age. Okay. If this data you are writing in the row oriented, so
Mm-hmm.
you will be writing data row by row, right? One X age is suppose 23. Okay. So another row you will write row oriented. Y. Okay, 21.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But same thing, if this row will be converted into the column base. So writing
Mm-hmm.
column because it is needed extra effort, right? Like basically extra, I can say internally there will be some mechanism, but column oriented generally say instead of writing in the row manner, you are writing the entire row data in a column. So one X and then you say 23. Okay. And when
Mm,
you say the
okay.
next row you are writing, again you will go to the column way, right? So you will write 2 Y, right? And then you
Uh-huh.
say 21. Okay. So
Okay.
when reading, I say why it is faster because entire one column you read, right? If I just select star, so select some name, it keep it internally. Okay. So that column has the entire row of your data, right? So that is the reason reading
Mm-hmm.
is faster. Why writing is slower? Because this row wise writing is faster because it is straightforward, like one field, second field, third field. But here you are it is doing some manipulation, right, to write in a one single column, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely there will be some mechanism. Okay. But it is clearly told, like when you are saying writing is faster means it's a row oriented data. If column oriented is faster to uh, read read
Okay.
purpose. But ORC is good fit for both reading writing if you have the small data. Okay. So ORC
Right.
is good. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And for our need for like big data, we rather have reading faster. Is that correct?
Big data means
Like if we are like we have a pipeline where there's a lot of data and then we need to like get the entire record. It's not the
okay.
process of
Okay.
writing, but
See,
instead we're like
that could be there are the different scenarios to choose the file format. Suppose you have to write the data from the external source. Okay. Suppose
Mhm,
my external source could be suppose you want to bring the data in Hadoop file system first, okay, for the analytics. So you have to bring the data. Suppose maybe you are bringing the data from the SQL databases, or you are going to bring the data from the any file system data like CSV, JSON, XML, or any
mhm,
other file format. So if I say if my requirement is my schema is keep changing. Suppose today you load some file, right? You have file
mhm,
with the 3 columns you loaded some data, right? Okay. And suppose I say the scenario is this is the today data, some particular day data. Suppose I say today date is 12/19/2023. Suppose tomorrow you are getting 4 columns data. Okay. Okay. And that data is tomorrow data. So it is schema is changing here, right? So if this is a situation, okay, 20, okay, 2023. If this is a situation, you should go for avro because I told here is compression is not my requirement. My requirement is the schema evaluation, schema changing. So schema changing is my requirement. not compression, because everything you will not get in a one type of format, right? Because one format is giving you one benefit, the other will not be the benefit, right? So compression you will not get higher, because if you go to parquet ORC, you will not get the schema evaluation support. More flexibility you will not get. It is there, but it is partially. Okay, I explained about that, right? So schema evaluation is fully supported here. Schema fully supported, right? Fully supported, but not higher compression. Compression is there, but not higher compression. Higher means like similar to parquet ORC. Okay, so if my requirement is not compression, right? I just want my schema should be schema evaluation should be supported. So I will choose avro is the good format. Okay, but if I say my schema is not changing every day, I'm getting a file with a 3 column only. So today only 3 column, tomorrow also 3 column, in future also 3 column. But I say in this scenario, I can go for parquet or ORC, anyone. But if I go ORC, I will get more compression. So suppose you say you have a disk, very less disk space is there. So in which format you will choose in parquet and ORC? So obviously both are same columnar. So why you don't choose the ORC? So because it's a more compression than parquet. So this is the deciding, like when ETL pipeline, when we are designing, right? So these are the consideration, right? So when you ETL pipeline, you're designing, like one consideration is the file formats, right? So what type of file format data you are ingesting, right? Or maybe the data size. So data size is another consideration, right? Today you getting, like suppose 500 GB data, but tomorrow is a 1 TB data. So you have to do the processing capabilities like parallelism. So you cannot use the Hadoop way, right? You will not use Hive. You will use the Spark, right? Because there you have the processing capabilities will be more, right? Executor, code, driver, like hardware you can control. You can simply say, right? Right. So data size is a one consideration. File format is a one consideration, right? And the data validation side. So you have to perform validation while ingesting data, because data is validated before transform, right? So before transformations, right, you will be doing data validations, right? You will be removing the null value, missing value. So those data are no sense, right? Apply the transformation. So these are the considerations while defining the file format like parquet, ORC, avro, or sometimes you say when you are getting a data as a CSV file, JSON file, or XML file, or other text file format like comma delimited format, like pipe delimited field. So these are all human readable and text file format data, simple plain text file format data. So these file format also you can get into the Hive, but these are not compressed. Okay. So generally what we do, first we read the data from these files, okay, and then write into the parquet ORC avro, right? We can like change, right? If we have the size consideration or we have a schema consideration. So these are the three special case, right? Where the size and the schema consideration case is there. Otherwise, if these cases are not there, so whatever file format you are getting data in, right? So you can keep it in the same file format in the Hive also. You don't need to change, right? Right. I told you that JSON X file you can read in the JSON serde file format table, right? And you can read XML also and CSV also, like you can do. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So I come back to the point. Okay, it's clear this one, right? So next is if my data is fixed width file. Okay, so I will show you one file. Okay, and that file has the fixed width. Okay, first we do for the log one. Okay, suppose I have a log file, and log files, I show you first log. So log files have the 7 fields. Here I have already log file, my log file is here. So I show you content of this log file. So if you see this log file, so I have taken some few rows. Okay, it's a very big log file, but I took few one. So in this log file, you see there are the 7 fields are there. The first field is IP. We know, right, whenever we are getting the logs, right, from the server side or any web applications, right? So we are generating the logs. And the advantage of the generating logs means for the debugging, right? We can get the info message or error debug message. So we can get the status code. So we know, right, status code is basically whether it's a 400 is there, like or 200 status okay is there, or 400 is for the something like we can say that is error, right? Like 400 404 is not found is there, right? So 403 is a forbidden, right? Like basically when you don't have the permission, so 403 is there. 500 is for the internal server error, right? 500, like something error is coming from the server, so 500. So these are the status code are there. 1x, 100, 200, 300, 400, and 500. So these are the series. Okay. So we'll see that REST API when we will do the REST API. So there we will know what are the different status code are there. So this is the first field, that is the IP. Second field is user and identity. Those are empty. So hyphen hyphen is coming. And this is the date and time. So this square bracket, you can see this is the date time. And this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one is your request. So the request you are like you are collecting all the requests. So sometimes you want to check the logs, right, for the status request. So what are the requests are hit from the browsers, right? So you are collecting all those logs data. So this is like some request to the website, and this request is giving the 401 error, and this is the last one is the size of the data is retrieved from this request. This is the 200, this is the byte, right? And this is the 200, this is the 200. So this is total 7 field. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this 5, and this 6 and 7, right? So this data is a fixed width, right? You can see here all the IPs is a fixed width, right? This IPs, okay, this date, right? Okay. So here I'm using a regex serde. Okay, so what is the command I'm using here for the log file? The first one is a host, that IP, identity, this is a blank, user is a blank, and time is there, request is there, status is there, size is there. So here I'm using a regex. So regex is here I'm allowing all the values, right? The first, right, host, all the values, all the type, star means all. Okay. Here is a date time format. If you see double slash, so here is a date time format. And the next one is this one. This one is for the request. Okay. And this one is for the status. So this is a number, right? So number values, how will you allow? 0 to 9. Same thing, size, that is also number, right? 0 to 9. So here the data will be of that particular type format of column will be coming, right? Here is everything is allowed, like all string type data. Here is a particular time format we have, right? So we have allowed. Okay. So this is a one regex expression, and this is the output format string. Output format string, like the first column is mapped to the first one, second one is second, third. So I'm just mapping the output. So first I'm creating, and this regex serde, you don't need to register any jar, because this is a by default is provided by the hive. Okay. So this serde jar is there already. Okay. Regex serde. So you have to create a table stored as a text file. Okay. So it is a format type is a text file, but actual serde type is the record format, right? How the record will be stored as a regular expression, regex serde. Okay. So after passing the record from the file, it will be writing to the table. So I will take this create table. Okay, so okay, if this table is already there or not, let me check. Show tables. I think here the table is not there. That is in different database. So I'm going to create the page I have. I created a table last time. Maybe some double quote thing. So something error is recognize input near user. Okay, can you guess it like what could be the error? Correctly. Percentage. Did you understand what is the problem? Right? Actually, this user or time is the inbuilt values, like variables. Okay, you can't use it for your table. It is strictly checked. Can you check it? Input near user string in column name or constraint. So whenever you are defining user or name, I think time. Okay. So I'm not sure the time is also the problem or only user. Okay, let's try. Or both are their problem. Okay. So if I change user and I create a one table and keep it one more table and I change it user but not time. So let's see which table it allows to create. Here is user is user, but time is time one. Okay. So I'm going to create. So it means user should be there. Time is okay. Let's see time one. If this is the problem, like user is not allowed as a user, okay. So time is allowed on. Okay. So it means time is also not allowed, right? So both should be, so here, if the error we look at, bottom, time. So both should be, the name should be changed, okay? So when I'm doing user and time, both should be user1 and time1, then it's working. Got it? Okay, then only it is working. So,
Is that
so keep in mind, you cannot use the user as a user and time is time. You cannot use.
okay.
Yeah. Yes, someone asking something.
Oh, I was going to ask, that error is for the create table, right? Like, it's not related to serde or anything, or the regex.
No,
It's
no, no. That
eh,
is table. It is clearly
table
saying
specific.
here
Yeah,
nearby user. So actually, I
yeah,
guess it might be right when I like this user one and user time. So anything else you can give, but user or
yeah,
time you cannot use. Okay.
yeah,
Okay. So that's the internal right variable is used, right? This user is
yeah.
some default like keyword. You can say
Mm-hmm.
like a keyword, right? So user time is a keyword, right? Okay. Okay, so I have created table. Now I want to load the data into the table. So I have the file already. So I will do load data path. My hive test one. So what is my file? The common access log. There is no extension into table. Here I'm defining the table. This one common access. Into table name, and data is loaded. So have you seen the data is too fast to load? Even if you are going to load 50,000 record or 100,000 record, it will not take much time. Fractions of second you will load the data, because it is schema on read, because it is not validating any data while writing data. It is validating data when you are selecting the data. Okay, so validation is applying while you are selecting data, then it will be checking the type of the columns. So let's start from Apache common law 1. So you see the data is coming exactly the, okay, so if you enable the header, so you will see the column header, but here is the data is the tabular format data is coming. So here is a IP, this is the user and identity, this is the time, this is the request, and this is the column, your status code, and this is the size. Okay, so this is loaded data. So another example, this is the regex, and one more example of the regex is fixed width file. Okay, so you will see one file I show you. There is a file, this one, station detail.txt. If you see this file, this file, this file has fixed width date, right? So I say the first 3 to 6 characters are there, then this is the one, and this is the this much of length of data. So there is no delimited character. So this space is not delimited character. It looks like it's a delimited, but it's not fixed, right? If you see one space here, here is a 3 spaces are there, right? So it's just based on the length is reading data. So if I say this field is reading data till here, okay, and if I say this field is reading data till here, okay, so this space is a part of the data itself, okay, column, okay. So if I say this column length is 3, okay, this column length is up to here, like this, okay. So this is the one file, And now I have to create a table for this kind of data. I have to read this type of data. So how can I read the data? So I have already table here. So station fixed weight file. So I'm saying I have to read first 6 character, then 5 character, and then 29 character. So whatever is coming in the 6 and then 5 and then 29. So when I say 6, so 6 will be, this is 6. Okay. 3, 6, 6. 5. Okay, I think 7. We can give 7 and then 5. And rest is other 29 character. So, okay, let's create first table with this. So this one is input regex. So what is the difference here and there? Here, I'm not specifying any column width, right? Based on the pattern, I'm just getting the data, right? I'm saying all the string data, first column, second column, right? Like that I'm getting. But here is, I'm specifying the width. And as per the width, it will be start reading data from left to right. Okay, left to right. So left to right, it will start. Okay, and when I'm creating this table, so this is also serde, regex serde. Both are same, regex serde only. Okay. So this example I'm showing where you want to take from the width base. Okay, based on the width you want to define. Okay, so I want to load the data. So load process is same, load data. Here my table name is station 2. And the file name is now. Let's start from actually this space is a part of the this column only. Okay, this here this space actually it will directly read 5. Okay, whatever matter is there or whatever column value is coming. First it will read 5. Oh, 6, sorry, what is the one? 6. So 1 2 3 4 5 6. After that our second column started 5. So till here 5. Okay, and then 29. So it is reading width by width, right? So this is 5 and rest is 29, whatever is coming. So this is, okay, let's see that whatever this total length is there. Copy. And the notepad we can check. So here is, oh, okay, okay. So 7, 6 is this one. 6 column is this. 6. And then the 6, 7. Okay. This is 10, 11. It is here till 11. And then this is 29. So 29, 6 and 5. How much total? 29, 6, 5. So 29 plus 5,
40.
34 and 40. Oh, total 29. Okay, this is total 29 is taking. Okay, so this is
But I'm kind of confused. Shouldn't it be something like 7 6 and then something if you want to keep the space from the original
7,
table?
6. Hmm?
Yeah, I would think yeah, it would be 7, the first one.
Mhm.
I mean on line 101. right? I
101,
would
yeah.
think,
This one
yeah,
7.
here, yeah, 7, and the next one 6, and then the next one is like the remaining, whatever it might be. I think maybe
7
it'll be,
here, and you are saying this one will be more, right? Because if
y-
I say 7 is this, right? So here are the 2 character and plus 5,
but no, the first half,
7.
the 0 1 0 0 0, and then one space.
Okay,
Wouldn't that be
let's see
7?
in the file how it is there, because
Yeah.
file it is coming property, right? Because if we see, if a file we see, this is the first row, okay, in the file. Okay, this is the data in the file, and how this is picking up, and what the output I got it. I got output like this. You see,
Oh.
okay, and what was my this one? This was 6. This was
Mm-hmm.
5.
5.
Okay, and this was 29. So as per this one, how the data picked up from this row. Okay. So if I say 6, first 6 is coming good, right? Because first
Mm-hmm.
6 is coming as it is, right? After
Yeah.
that, there is a 1 space, right? And 5. Okay, 5 it will choose like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 till here. Okay. And 29. So 29 is
Arvind, can you let me join the meeting from my mobile? I couldn't hear some voice from the
okay,
MacBook.
okay. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So 29. Okay. I think total is taking 29. So here is a, oh, okay. So this is the string. See,
What?
D6 means, okay, I understood. This D6 means digit 6. Digit 6 allowed, digit 5 allowed. It's not here
Oh,
the width,
okay.
okay? Okay,
Okay,
and
it's not
wherever
width.
you are getting dot braces like this, that is the third one. You are saying 29, complete 29. So this 29 is, this is a complete 29. If you see the last one, it is coming 29, right? Okay. So if you see here, where is the 26? This 26 is coming, correct? This one. So this D means digit. That is sure, like whatever digit are there, it is taking a 7 character, 8 character is not a matter, digit, right? Okay. So it
Mm-hmm.
will take the digits, right? 6 digit, 5 digit. And 29 is, I think this length of the one. Okay. So max length I've given 29. So this length is, see how much is 29 only, right? No, this
44.
one till here. This is the third one length. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it is 29 or 30. What is saying? If I do, so this space is, see, column 31. So this is the entire this one. So actually they have decided based on the data, right? Okay, if I want to take it next one, so what I should give? I can give 3, right? So I will give in the bracket 3, right? Next one is a 3, right? This is the 3. Okay. Then I can give, okay, I want to take it this entire data. So I can give 5 or 6, right? So it will, so based on, like, I should not miss my data. So I will take it. And this one is, okay, this one is how many are there? 4, right? So 4, 5 I can take it, or 4, because I think 4 is consuming all the 4, right? So if you want to define, just try it out, create a one more table with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So first digit one, you can do D6 and D5, and rest other one is you just give the whatever max length you have, whatever max length you have your, uh, you have the field. Okay. So this max length, you take it from your entire data. Which one is your max length is there? So if you find the max length is coming till here, right? So that one you take that bit. And then max length is here what? 3 column. What is the max length is here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 characters, right? Here is the max
Mhm.
length is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Right.
right? So like this, you define and check your data is completely coming or not. So it will do wherever the digits are there, that is a //t, and wherever the string is there, right? So it will take it your width, right? Okay.
Mhm.
Try it out. Okay, I'm saying like you will come to know here is only 3 columns are defined in this particular table, right? When I created only these 3. So you try it out to read 5, 6 columns, right? Are you able to read the whole data? The purpose is like your data should not be skipped, right? Anywhere. Okay. So fixed width file mean is like your data in a hierarchy, like your data will not be exceeding, right? Okay, if it is something
Mhm.
is exceeding means it means you will lose the data. So that is not. So generally fixed width file created in such a way, if whatever length of the column width is there, defined width, so data will not exceed. If you see, even the data will less is fine, but data will not be more. But suppose here is a more than 30 character data is there. In that case, you have to change your table 1. So you have to find the max one. That's the reason I'm saying if you find the max one, that one you have to give. Okay. Okay. So you have to give the max one, right? Whichever the max data you have the width. Okay.
Arvind, I have one other question. For the last element, the one with the plus numbers, can we use that as a string, like as a same dot operator? Because
No, this
we
one you
have
have
set.
to read as a string only, right? Because
Yeah.
this case is a pure number, right? Here is the plus
Yeah.
this one, right? So it will not allow if you do //d, it will not accept the number, right? Okay.
Right.
So
And you want
//d
us?
is only for number, right?
Yes. Yes. So I'm just making sure that in the create
Yeah,
table
this
that one
one,
should be string.
this one you have to consider a string, and you can take max 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay.
Okay.
This is also like till here. This is
Okay.
okay. You will come to know, right, what exactly is the width you have to take it, and if any data is, then you can increase the width of the column. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks everyone. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks.